So welcome to another video. Be sure to subscribe if you're new so you don't miss other videos. In this video, we're gonna talk about the flow state, what it is and why should you be interested in flow, and how to get into the flow state. If you think that this video is too long, then you're just lazy and that's your whole problem. I mean, in this video, we go through things that can transform your whole life, and if you don't have that much time to invest in yourself, then you will never be successful in life. I decided to put here a couple of quotes so you get the basic understanding of what we're talking about here. Okay, so without any further ado, let's hop into this video. Why should you be interested in flow? Well, you need to work anyways, and finding the work that aligns you with the presence and finding the work that makes you fulfilled and happy, I mean, that should be your goal. Your goal shouldn't be to work for a certain amount of hours or to get certain amount of money. The goal should be to find something you find meaningful, to provide meaning to your life or the other people's lives, so you can get paid with that, and also you're gonna enjoy life more and you're gonna be in this flow. Nothing will give you this amount of joy that flow will, and it's the belief. You have to have the belief in that. There's no other way. You just have to believe in some higher experience than the hollow life that most people are living. Okay, so I made a chart or a model, you can say, which I found useful for figuring out how to create flow in your life. Okay, so here we have flow. It's flow. Here we have distractions. Okay, and here we have what? Okay, here we got skill, and here we got challenges. Okay, so basically what this what this model represent is that distractions are moving you away from flow, and challenges and skill are actually helping you in this flow. So the bigger the challenges and bigger the skill, the better you will feel in flow. So let's say that challenges were there were two big challenges, so and skill was lower, then flow would go to, there wouldn't be this flow. Instead, there would be anxiety. And if the skill is not in balance, so that skill is there's too much skill and not enough challenges, then you have boredom. Oops. Okay. So it's a basic model I just created because it can be a good demonstration, a visual demonstration to see that you can't really focus only on the skill and not on the challenges, which most people do that because it's easy. I mean, it's easy not developing and it's easy not to have any challenges, but then you're stuck in this boredom, and that's not optimal if you want to be in flow. And the same goes with having too much challenges and thinking you can handle too much. Then you have anxiety and then you have problems. And I would also like to focus on distractions, because distractions also can be a pull from flow, because you can't really develop challenges and skill. They can't go hand in hand with distractions, because distractions take away from your focus, and distractions, I mean, it's obvious, it's in the name. Distractions are distractions from the work you have. Distractions are pulling you away from the flow you can have. So you might think, well, distractions won't affect my work and distractions won't affect the satisfaction I get. You're only searching for these distractions because you're bored and because you're not challenging yourself enough. It's not the best model, but it can be very useful to see that you might be having too much distractions, or you might be too bored, or you might have too many problems. Just see where you stand. If you have too many problems, then cut some of the challenges down and focus on bringing the skill up. And if you have too much skill, then find some meaningful challenges. Also, which most people probably have, is the distractions. And it can be the most difficult problem to get rid of, because you get life satisfaction. I mean, you feel joy in the moment in the distractions, and then you can't see really you can't have the vision to see that, oh, maybe I can get much better satisfaction from flow. So yeah, distractions can be a very big problem, and this might be the thing you might prioritize, and you might want to get this in line first and then focus on challenges and skill. See how this model works for you and see on which things you have to work on, and then you can get this flow. And notice that skill is developed through challenges, so this is an unending process. So you can't, when you solve challenges, your skill grows, so you have to up the challenges. There's a little space. Oh, okay. So skill goes up, and then you need to up the challenges because you might get too bored. So then you have to up the challenges to balance it out, and then also the flow. Also the flow goes with them. I think it's a good model and it can be a good representation of what you can expect. So be sure to have this model somewhere, maybe write it down or something if you want, because it can be very helpful, and sometimes it can be very difficult to visualize because you don't see that you have to you don't see that you have too much challenges, and that you're not developed enough to manage those challenges. And you might not see that, oh, I'm just not challenged enough and that's why I'm bored. And you might not see that, oh, I have distractions and that's keeping me from happiness and flow. So yeah, this model can be very eye-opening. Okay, so basically flow is natural to us humans, but we disconnect from it when we grow up. I mean, you can see children aren't very thinking like about the problems or about they don't have many distractions. They're just living in the moment and living in the flow. They're having fun, and that's what you can expect the flow to look like. Just imagine how it felt when you were a kid, because you didn't really, when you were a kid, you didn't really have all those distractions, and you didn't develop. When you grow up, you develop this chain around your leg, and you create all of these distractions, like finding a girlfriend, or being popular, or being high status with your job, and what other people think about me, and there are so many distractions that you get lost in them, and you get disconnected from your childlike flow. So that's another way to really envision how your life can look like and how to create that life, because you just need to reverse engineer that back to see, okay, how did my life change from when I was a child? You probably you've grown up in the way that you got lots of distractions, so you need to remove all the distractions from your life. So that's the first step. You need to remove the distractions and try to live like a minimalist. So what does that mean? That means cut off all the things that you don't absolutely need. And what you will find out is that you have too much things in your life. You have too much unimportant shit in your life. Like, you don't need to watch every single Netflix series out there, or every single movie, or you don't need to watch TV at all, or you don't need to play video games, or you don't need to check the social media every 5 minutes. Like, gradually get rid of all the distractions so you can be in flow. Next thing I will recommend is creating a daily meditation habit, and you should develop it to a so big of an extent in your life that the things you do is a distraction from the meditation you have, not the other way around, that you have to fit meditation in your daily schedule. You need to find this meaningful work, or this life purpose, however you want to call it, and then find goals that you want to achieve, that you find meaningful, and then just you need to align yourself on how much you're able to do and how much you're being challenged. You need to align these two to find this balance. And of course, to be in the flow of work, you need to optimize your flow in everyday life. Like, you can't have a shitty life and expect to enjoy your work. Like, you can't have a double life. I mean, you can try, and you might enjoy something better. You can have a shitty work, shitty life, and awesome work, and maybe that awesome work floods into this shitty life that you have. Maybe you notice that you can have that you can have an awesome life also with this awesome work. So the solution is finding the flow in your life and finding the flow also in your work, because work is just an extension of your life. So like I talked about, you need to meditate a lot, and you need to cut off all the distractions that you have, and there needs to be a huge amount of honesty. Like, it's easy to say, oh, I need that, I need to watch football, I need to I need to play these games, or I need to watch this TV. I mean, the brain will find excuses that makes me happy, or that fulfills me. Watching TV really fulfills me. So brain will find excuses, and brain will justify for whatever it wants, basically. And you need to cut off all the distraction, live the most minimalist that you can live. Have as little things as possible so you don't get distracted, and that improves your focus. And flow is about focus. Flow is about focusing on the thing that you have in hands and the things that you're doing, without the distractions, without the constant thinking. And when you do that, you will find it's very natural. It's very natural that you do something better, that you enjoy it, because contrary to what you think, those things that fulfill you, the TV and the video games and whatever, those are actually just distractions, and those you won't find fulfillment in them. You're doing these things in the pursuit of the presence, while the presence is without them. You will find presence when you remove these things. And I would really recommend the do nothing technique, where you don't do anything. So spend a couple of days, or spend a few hours a day just laying there and not doing anything, not even meditating. So just don't do anything, and you will feel the way the brain talks to you, like, this is dumb, this doesn't make any sense, just go watch TV, you need to meet with your friends now, that's more fun than chasing this flow thing. The brain will find many excuses why not to do it, but when you think about it, there wasn't really time when you weren't doing anything, and you become addicted to these pleasures in your life. So I'm gonna talk about in more details this do nothing technique in other videos, like breaking addiction and so on. But when you have addictions and you have this, your addictions are your distractions, you won't be able to be in flow. So breaking addictions is also a big part of this, and should be one of your focuses, one of your priorities in life, to break these addictions. And the best way to see if you're addicted is just by doing nothing, and see if you have any thoughts about or any attraction between you and those things that you might be suspecting that you're addicted to. And what you will find out is that you're addicted to many things, and you need to cut it off if you want to be in the flow state. I would really want to compare this flow with the swimming analogy. Like, let's say you're swimming in the river, and the river has a current, and if you're going against that current, it can be very difficult to swim and to enjoy the swimming. Well, then think about the difference it makes when you swim with the current, when the river pulls you in the direction you want to be going, and when it gives you energy, when it gives you motion, when it boosts you. It's the same way with flow. When you're going against the current of life and your values and yourself, essentially, of course you're gonna have a bad time. I mean, it's pretty obvious. And when you do experience flow, it will transform your life like you wouldn't believe. It's scary how much it can transform your life. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here to talk about it, because most experts who achieve this flow are not very conscious of it. I mean, it's different to experience flow, and you might experience flow in random situations, and the other thing is to create flow for yourself consciously. I mean, I did experience flow in my life when I was younger, but it was not very conscious, and I wasn't doing something meaningful, so naturally I drifted apart from it. So that's the challenge that I want to solve with you, because most people won't naturally find their passion. You need to create it and find it, and go through many difficult obstacles to finally create this flow for yourself. If you want to live in the flow, and if you want to get inspired by flow, I would suggest you watch the movie Limitless. It's called Limitless. Bradley Cooper is actually the star of the movie, and I don't want to spoil too much, but he basically lives in this flow, and you can see the difference between how he used to live and how he lives now in the flow. It's not very it's not very educational. I mean, the point of the movie is to get inspired and to see what life has to offer. Okay, so I went through the most important things you need to know about flow in this video. Hope I said everything. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment. Comments mean so much to me, because the YouTube algorithm sees, oh, if someone is interacting, and that means his videos are good. And just comment anything if you enjoy this video, and be sure to subscribe, because you won't miss other videos that I post in the future. And any last tips? It's easy to chase happiness in life in these physical things, in these pleasures. It's easy to think that they will make you happy, and they won't actually. I mean, you can see it if you were strategizing. You can see that people who chase happiness in those things never get it. And you can, if you don't chase flow, you will get stuck in this pursuit of happiness in these pleasures, or you will, and that will lead you to your death. You will just overdose of heroin or something. I got sidetracked, sorry. The other solution is that you do something you don't like and you feel miserable about it, and you find distraction in those things on the weekends, and so you have this loop of not feeling happy, but also you're feeling miserable, but always on the pursuit of happiness. You're so close to this happiness when you indulge in these pleasures, but you never actually get them. So it's also a race that you can't win. So hope you can see the importance of finding happiness in the presence and in the present moment. It's the only thing that can truly make you happy. Okay, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and to subscribe and to comment and to like. Okay, see you in the next one.